You may start the conversation now.
Hey.
Hey, Mom. How you doing?
Oh, all right. My neck hurts, but that's all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Getting ready.
Put some Vicks Vapor Rub on it. That's what
I just got Mia to spray some biofreeze on it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll make it feel a little better.
Yeah, it does. Until it starts hurting again.
Are you on any kind of pain medication for it?
Huh?
Are you on any kind of pain medication for it?
Yeah. Yeah. I waited too long to take it.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I was like, let's just stick it out and let's see, and then I'll let it get too far. And
yeah. Well, I got a letter in the mail from, you remember the reporter that was always doing the articles throughout my whole case in the newsleader, Harrison Keegan?
Uh-huh. We've never done anything with them.
Yeah.
Me and Dad.
Well, he had contacted me. I got a letter, and he was like, I'm the reporter that covered your whole case throughout the whole thing, and, if you want, you can give me a call, and you can, tell the rest of your story or whatever, and I'm going to open the letter. I'm like, what is this dickhead want?
Exactly. I mean, what I would do is I would just wait till it airs on HBO,
right.
which it should within either January or February.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and Dad had to sign a letter saying that we can't talk to anyone about it until after 3 months that it's aired.
Yeah. And besides, he's like, tell your story to people in Springfield. I'm not going back to Springfield. I'm done with Springfield, you know?
Exactly.
Springfield is far behind me. If they want to read what had happened, the article is perfect that Michelle did. So, I mean...
Right.
You know,
exactly. It made it... Yeah, it even got put into Rolling Stone magazine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was also... It was a little bit about... y'all's and then some others about other moms that did this to their kids. There was like 4 other moms that did it to their kids. I didn't read it all. I just wanted to see what they had said, what yours, and basically what they did was just took things that Michelle said and put it in there. Everybody's just copying off of hers.
Right.
And then she's getting calls saying that she stole parts of their articles, which her article came out way before they even posted anything. So it's ridiculous. Yeah. Dateline did call us. We talked to them for a little while. Nothing like, no questions or anything, we just basically told her to contact Aaron and they could work something out, because we're not answering 20, 50 questions again over the phone. Not doing it.
I told Lady Jenner Smith that, because Dateline in 2020 and...
Yeah, I have her business card.
They all work together, and I told Jenner that I wasn't, going to do an interview. So, and I told her not to bother y'all.
Well, I had met her after one of your court dates. I walked outside, and she was talking to Mike, and me and Patty were sitting down on a bench, and after her and Mike talked, she came and introduced herself to me, gave me her card, but I've never, other than that day, I never talked to her again.
Right.
There's people that are calling on my cell that I don't even, know who it is, calling from California, this and that, and I don't even answer it because I know what it's about.
Right.
You
I
know?
know that Dad had, I think he probably told you that he sent back an email to the producer or whatever that had contacted Mike.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Has they responded back yet?
I don't know. Dad's alligator hunting right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That
he kind of
sounds
told me
exciting.
he left. Yeah, he left Thursday, and he texted me this morning. They only caught 4, so they're staying until tomorrow night so they could get the rest of their tags.
Cool.
I was like, because I texted him this morning, I'm like, when you coming home? Because he said he'd come home today or Sunday, and he's like, not till tomorrow. I'm like, shit. You know?
How's Mia doing?
She's doing good. She's in her room. Probably watching TV.
Are they back to school yet?
Oh, yeah. They started, they went back, I want to say it was August 8th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they got out of school on May 20th because they didn't use any hurricane days. So they had got out, 5 days early instead of getting out on the 25th. They got out on the 20th.
I know I was watching the news and I didn't even know that there was a hurricane out in the Gulf.
Yeah, well, it went straight to Florida and now it's along the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina, heading to Jersey. So I sent a message to Allison because her family's from Jersey.
Oh, right.
And, asked her, how they were doing. And she said everybody was good. They learned preparation from Sandy, which was every freaking storm combined into one.
Right. That was scary. That was something.
Yeah. Superstorm Sandy, I think they had said it was Superstorm.
Yeah.
And but there's another one that's forming right off the coast of Mexico that they are watching right now. So I don't know where that one's going to go. Yeah, it doesn't end till November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Michelle has been sending me, how we get to get emails here? Well, I've been putting, part 1, part 2, part 3, and so on of the articles. So I'm right about the part where it talks about, and I'm a little confused about this, and, going through the whole case, I didn't ask Mike to show me the autopsy results or anything because I just really wasn't ready. I wasn't mentally stable enough to handle it. So, in the part where it says that you were looking through the results and there was something like a part about her brain or something, I don't understand.
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay. This is what happened. When I went up there by myself and Dad flew up to meet me, I went to Mike's office and I said, I want to see everything. I said, I want to see every picture, everything you got. And he was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'm positive. So, it was all the crime scene photos. Then they had pictures of your mom's autopsy photos. And they had a picture of her brain. And that's what I was staring at. And when Mike said, what are you looking at? That's when I said, I wonder what was going through that brain of hers. What makes somebody think that way?
Right.
That's what I was wondering. It was like, why they can't donate, brains like this to science and see how it works, see how it's, you could do so much with science these days. Right. That's what that was from.
Okay.
It wasn't an autopsy report I was reading. It was the picture I was looking at.
Okay. Because I was like, I guess I just didn't want to think about, an autopsy, what they do in an autopsy, because, that's pretty gruesome.
What they do is they'll take out all organs, weigh them, This is for, I guess they do it for this sort of case too, but that's what they do when, like people die of a heart attack or people die, in their sleep and they don't know why. So they'll, take the organs out and weigh them and, and some people's hearts are 2 times the size, that it should be or, whatever, or, they got to figure it out. That's their job. Yes, they knew what was the cause, but they still had to do some things. Did I see your mom's insides? No. The only thing I saw was her brain. That was it. Still attached to her, not in a bowl or anything. It was still, attached to her. And that's when Mike was getting ready to go to another picture, and I said, no, you stay right here for a second. And that's when he said, well, what are you looking at? I said, I just want to know what went through her mind. I want to know what was in that brain to make her do all this shit. That's what that meant.
Because I was reading that one part, and I'm like, I just don't understand it. Because I'm like, he gave me a gist of an idea of what had happened, but I didn't know if it was a head injury or something,
No, they just, I've seen every cut. I've seen every stab wound. I saw them all. I did see that.
Just I think the roughest part is not knowing, thinking that maybe it's worse than it is, or maybe not knowing how bad it is,
for somebody that worked in the medical field like me, and I worked at orthopedic, and I've seen people come in, with fingers, getting halfway sawed off, because they weren't paying attention when they were, sawing things with their electric saw. I've seen things like that before, and, Mike was like, well, does it bother you? And I'm like, no. I've seen shit, it doesn't bother me at all. I won't have nightmares about it. It won't distraught me, so I've seen every stab wound. I've seen the slashes. I saw it all.
And I don't know what, what stories are people talking about. Over here, people have started rumors that she was cut up and sent pieces of her body to Australia and stuff like this. That's the rumors that's circulating right now in the pod right now.
Well,
and I'm like,
you could correct them and tell them because she got cremated and she is at Claudia's house.
Right. Now, I did
That's
talk
where
to
she's
Claudia
at.
yesterday. I had called her because I couldn't get a hold of Tiffany. And I had called her, and I guess Darryl, her husband, is moving to Arkansas. So she's thinking about moving with him. So what she's going to do is she's going to give the ashes to Aunt Darla to hold.
Okay.
And so she's in the process of trying to figure out, where to move to and stuff like that.
Oh.
And Tiffany has a new job, so she can't have her phone on at work. So whenever I told her, it was during work hours.
Yeah. Right.
But I sent them some visiting applications, and I have a list of contacts, and I sent them all a bunch of visiting forms.
Okay. All righty.
But I only sent 3 to y'all, 1 for you, 1 for Dad, and then 1 for your friend that lives near here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to send it to Jana.
Okay.
Yeah. And her daughter's 18 years old. And she said she'd like to go visit you, so you at least you could have a friend,
Yeah. Mm.
Well, she's older. She's 18, but I mean, someone a little closer to your age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and she's a beautiful girl.
Aww. That's awesome.
And yeah, she's biracial, but she's beautiful.
I have a friend that's here. Her name is Bethany, and she's half black and half white, and she's so pretty. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Biracial.
I know one of them. Yeah, I know. They are. But as for the rumors of your mom that her body parts have been spread all along, the world, no.
I've been trying to correct people, and I think it's one girl that I was in county with, and she's actually one of the snitches on my paperwork.
Oh.
And, Mike had told me, like, she's crazy, and her statement against me was full of nonsense. She didn't have any actual facts. She was just making up stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's not normal.
Probably. And I would tell you the truth.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and that's not the case,
Right.
I mean, she's in a box in Claudia's closet.
Yeah.
That's where she's at.
Yeah.
But
me, I'm like,
when you get out,
that's not what happens, people.
Right. And when you get out, we could put her with Emma.
Yeah.
Because Claude, your grandpa's not going to be buried with her because he's remarried. So they just need to find out who we need to contact to open up the wall.
Right.
And put her in there.
Well, that's what you'd have wanted. So.
Yeah, so she could be with her mama,
Has anybody moved into the house yet?
No.
No?
From what I understand, no. And a lot of people are saying that nobody wants to.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
People are saying maybe they should just bulldoze it down, and build another one.
Yeah, I'm sure
because nobody
would want that kind of
no, and because it's in a Habitat of Humanity subdivision, not anybody could just move in.
Right.
Now, if it been in a regular neighborhood, there's people out there that are crazy enough to want it. Yeah. I mean, no doubt. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some crazy cycles that are sending Nick mail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, they have those fan clubs. I don't know. I know his. That's all I know. There might be somebody out there crazy enough that's gonna want to marry him behind bars. I mean, they have some crazy people like that. They do.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is. Yeah.
The one who has to do also.
Right. I mean, but there really are people out there that do that.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know why. I don't know, it's because they want their 15 minutes of fame, that they're going to marry people like that, but that's what they're attracted to.
I've gotten some fan mail, and I made some pen pals, so I write different people, like I write the women's prison, so I made some friends in the other women's prison, and I made pals that are in men's prisons. So, pen pals are kind of big here because all you have to do is write. So, like, how much time do you have? How much time do you have? When do you get out? When do you get out?
Yeah, there's this girl that contacted me and said she wanted to write you because she knows how it feels, to be incarcerated and this and that. But she said she was going to send me the letters first.
Okay.
So I can read it to make sure it's legit.
Okay.
I guess she doesn't want me to think that she's sending you some hate mail, or whatever.
Right.
So she wants to send it to me before and
Okay.
everything. And I was like, fine, if that's what you want to do, I mean, she's the one that has defended you from day one, apparently.
Aww.
So, like she reached out and sent me a private message, telling me, like, look, I know how it feels, my boyfriend at the time, did something he wasn't supposed to do. I was in the vehicle, and this and that, And I was like, so, I messaged her back and forth for a few days, to make sure, things were legit. And I'd, go read what she put, in one of the big groups that I'm in, but really nobody knows I'm in. And I would read what she would say, and, she defends you.
Aww.
She really does. I'd say for every 5 people that are against you, there's 2 to 3 that are. It's the whole Springfield area, the whole Missouri area doesn't hate you.
Right.
These are people, some of them are from Australia. Some of them, it's crazy how many people from other countries and everything that, are involved in it. And I'm like, God, it seems like they're more invested in it than what me and Dad are. We know the facts, so we don't have to go in there and say, I wonder if it's this, I wonder if it's that.
Right.
We don't need to do that. They are all coming up with their own beliefs, their own,
it's like
reasonings and this and that. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, these people would drive me crazy.
What about 10,000? Like, you're going to be rich and famous when you get out. I don't know.
It's not about that.
No.
It's about that you were backed up into a corner. You didn't know what else to do. The cops didn't help you. Nobody helped you.
Right.
And there was no other choice.
Right.
A
lot of people
it would
me,
be.
Would I write Nick again? Would I write him while I'm in here whenever he gets, sentenced? Because I think once we're sentenced and once the case is over, we're allowed to write. Technically, we're, I guess, not supposed to since we're co-defendants, but once the case is over,
I wouldn't.
We wouldn't be in any trouble if we did. But I told him,
right, but
no. I'm like,
no, because you don't want
I wouldn't even know what to say.
Have to relive that. Right, exactly.
And
that part
is
gone. Right.
He would manipulate me again. He always would say, you're my soulmate, you're my queen blessing, and as long as we have each other, the world is at our feet. And, it's just not that way anymore. And
no,
I see
it's not.
Now.
No, you want somebody that's going to love you for you when you find you, because back then you didn't know who you were.
Right.
You didn't even know how old you were.
Yeah.
You thought you had all these illnesses.
Mhm.
It was great to find somebody that accepted you like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I commend him on that.
Right.
And this and that. But you're not going to be like that when you get out.
Right.
You won't have to tell somebody, oh, I'm confined in a wheelchair, and oh, I have this,
Right.
No, hey, I'm up. I'm going to the store. I'm
Right.
going here. I'm going there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much life to live when you get out.
Yeah.
That's going to be, and he has no room in it.
Right.
Nick has no room in it.
Right.
He doesn't deserve it.
No. Because, part of me, looking at him, of course, there's always going to be that pull on my heartstrings because that I
Right.
so much from before. But then at the same time, it's like I love him and I hate him.
Yeah.
He killed my mother. So,
right. I mean, I even feel sorry for him like that when there's court dates and there's nobody that's there for him. I feel sorry for him because he has no support system, none. Except that one relative that sends him stuff to commissary, and I'm sure there's people, like you said, like have fan clubs, have that people do write him. I'm sure he gets letters.
Yeah.
And maybe it's I'm into this. I'm so glad you did what you I mean, there's, like I said, there's just so many different types of people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he took your mom's life, but all in all, that was the only way out.
Right. No.
Because there's no doubt in my mind, Gypsy, because this thing that your mom was doing to you, it couldn't have lasted much longer.
No.
She's getting older. What would she have done? Would she have killed you and then killed herself? What? You know what I'm saying? It would have had to end. And it's scary to wonder how it would have ended.
Right. Because no matter what, it would have ended badly if I would have, if Nick would have called the cops. She would have been arrested and put in prison for all the fraud, probably for the rest of her life. And
right.
I wouldn't have wanted that for her. And then on the flip side, that, Nick was very controlling and very powerful. So what happens if he would have just killed her, then killed me? It could have
right,
been
exactly.
So
what if you would have ran out that bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be here.
Right.
Because he turned into Victor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, that's what would have happened. You wouldn't be here.
Right. And I think
nobody would have known what happened.
Me and Mike both agree on that we don't even think that there is a Victor. We think, yes, it exists in his mind, but we don't think that he really actually has a personality disorder. That it's all him, that he's just making things up and believing them. And
right. Now, I'm going to tell you this.
Excuse.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this, and your mama always told me this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your mama always said that if something happened to you, that something better happened to her because y'all both couldn't live without each other. So that right there tells me,
something happened. Yeah.
You wouldn't be here if she would have continued this, in a couple of years or however long. When she couldn't have done it anymore, she'd have offed you and killed herself.
Right. Yeah.
Then nobody would have ever known. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Until autopsies were done, and they would have said, okay, Gypsy never had this, never had that, never had that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so when she used to tell me all the time, like, oh, if something happens to her, I hope something happens to me because, and I would say, yeah, y'all together 24/7, one can't live without the other, and she would say, yep, you're right. I can't live without her, and she can't live without me.
Yeah.
So was she telling, was that her way of telling me one day we just both not going to be here?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't looking at it like that. I was looking at it as in something would have happened to her, you would have been so heartbroken and lost.
Right.
That's the way I was thinking of it.
Yeah. And when I was little, it was like that, I mean, she's all I ever knew. So, I mean, of course, we were best friends when I was younger. And, things, I was that attached to her. And I did feel like a lost puppy without her. But then
for sure. Yeah, right. When Dylan and Mia were little, I would always tell your daddy, Rod, you better spend time with them now, because once they hit a certain age, they're not going to have time for us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he would be like, oh, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's happening, I mean, yeah, him and Dylan do a lot of things together, and yeah, he brings Mia, duck hunting and deer hunting and stuff, but it's hard to make a plan to say, okay, we're going to do this together.
Mm-hmm.
One might say, oh, well, I have plans that weekend. Mia might say, oh, I have to do this for school, so I can't go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just all these factors, the older they get, they don't have time for us. If I see, how many times I could see Mia and we're in this house in a weekend, maybe 3 times or 4 times, and that's just her going out her room to come get something to eat or going to the bathroom. I mean, she's in her room, she's doing her own thing. She had, that's her serenity, that's her privacy.
Yeah.
You never had that.
Right.
And there's going to be times you're just going to want to just say, I think I'm just going to stay in my room all day and watch TV and cuddle with Aurora and take a nap if I want, or call somebody and say, hey, you want to come over?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't get to experience that, and that's what you need.
Yeah. I know that I have so much more freedom here, and I'm making friends my own age here, and I'm trying to fit in the best I can as far as being in my age group. A lot of people still, understand that I still have certain personality traits that are that of, like a preteen or something.
Right.
So they're
because you didn't
about that.
Right, because you didn't get to do it.
Right.
You didn't get to be that 10-year-old little girl. You didn't get to be that 15-year-old girl, and that 18-year-old girl. That was taken from you.
Yeah. And one of the guards last night, he was doing the mail and handing out mail, and I'm coming down the stairs, and I just got my shirt, my Puppies for Parole shirt. It's just a regular gray T-shirt with a paw print on it. Well, I got it yesterday. Finally, it came in after a month, because you have to order your T-shirt for a month in advance so you can come in. And so here he is handing out mail, and I'm coming down the stairs, and I'm a little late for mail call. So I come up behind everybody, and he's like, oh, my God, you're tiny. I was laughing, and then when I got the mail, I squeezed it, and he's like, what's that? It sounds like a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you and Aunt Minnie have that, you and Mama Minnie have that same high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I always said that that's who you took after in the way you talk. Because she has that high-pitched voice, and you have that little, pitched voice. I'm like, that's where she got it from. That has to be where she got it from.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Just try not to be too much of a follower in there.
No.
Try to be your own person, and you know what's right from wrong. Right. You know what's right. You know what's wrong.
CBVs, which is conduct violations, like crazy, and they go in orange, which they don't get to go outside or anything. I'm like, I stay by the rules. My whole Vandalia, no violations, or no
right.
violations.
I mean, if you go stay with the rules, it's easy. It's so much easier when you follow the rules. Then you don't have nobody, watching you to see if you're going to get in trouble. Then you could go outside, and do what you want. Yeah. As long as you follow the rules, it should be good.
It's pretty good. No, I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. I started working in the kitchen. Oh, my God.
Oh, you're going to learn how to cook?
No, I put away the pots and the pans, and I rinse out the pans, which there's like 200 pans, and I have to work 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
I work from 2 to 8, Sunday.
Well, at least it gives you something. At least it gives you something to do, and keeps you busy, and then maybe you'll learn, maybe you'll learn to, to cook. Maybe somebody's going to say, hey, you want me to show you how to do something,
I will start culinary arts at some point. Once I get my school schedule, I'll be able to work my classes that are not school, that are like extracurricular or anything like that, around those.
Good, you could come here and cook, because I hate to cook.
I'll try to learn to cook.
I don't like to cook. I mean, I do it, but I don't
I'm horrible at it. I tried to cook some rice, and I put a little Mrs. Dash in it. I couldn't even cook that. Rice is crunchy.
You'll figure it out. Trust me. You'll figure it out. Yeah. I mean, the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it.
Yeah. Well, I got to go to the bathroom right quick, but I love you.
Okay. I love you too.
You go rest your neck, okay? Don't do anything too rough with it.
Oh, trust me, I'm just laying down on the sofa. I'm watching Grey's Anatomy.
My roommate likes to watch that.
It's good. It's good.
I'm going to have to check it out. I was watching Lockdown Maximum Security. Ironically, watching that. But anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I love you.
Okay. I love you too.
And Dylan and Dad.
I sure will.
Okay.
I sure will, sweetie.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Love you too. Bye-bye.